This is a recap and review of One Piece episode 1049. And I have to say, this was a pretty dark and hype episode. So the episode starts with Momo as a dragon. After last episode, he transformed into a dragon, not being able to fly. He's like afraid now, and Luffy's like pulling his whisker and trying to make him fly. And then we go back to the battle between Yamato and Kaido. We see Yamato actually landing a solid shot and making Kaido bleed. And then she hits him with a second shot, which is pretty honestly badass. And this shot it hits strong. It hits good. I know Kaido felt that. The attack was so strong that I think it even dislocates Kaido's jaw. After that, Kaido tells Yamamoto that he has no friends. And then we see a flashback to Ace. And in this flashback, we see a young Ace and a young Yamamoto. And we see that Yamamoto gives Ace the Vapor card to like track where he is. So that was really cool. And then we also see another instance of, Kaido was just an awful person. He was like abusing Yamamoto as a kid. Like she was very cold and hungry with no food. And I guess one of the guys that was Yamamoto's friends secretly tried to feed him, and Kaido legit just hung him. It was a pretty graphic scene. We see the guy hung, and there was like blood coming from him, and we see the rice balls half eaten and half covered with blood. It was a very graphic scene and very powerful. I really liked this scene. It just showed how menacing Kaido was. And then eventually, Kaido gets the upper hand. Before this, I'm pretty sure he wasn't being serious. He wasn't really trying to hurt, but now he's pissed, and now he is attacking and damaging Yamamoto. And then we get to Luffy pulling Momo's whiskers and eventually managing to make him fly. He's still super, super terrified. But Luffy tells him to go to the rooftop where Kaido is, and Momo just lands somewhere else. He lands where Zoro and Sanji are fighting King and Queen, and it's a pretty funny scene. As they're trying to escape here and go to the rooftop, we even see Big Mom, who thinks that's Kaido. And eventually we get to the climax. This is like badass. It's very breathtaking. The art and animation is super cool at this scene. We see Luffy seeing Yamamoto. He goes gear forth, and both Luffy and Yamamoto launch a combo attack on Kaido, and it looks so good. It looks so nice, and their attack makes a very, very solid hit, and I'm sure that is going to damage Kaido. And yeah, that's kind of how the episode ends. Overall, it was a great episode of One Piece. We got a good bit of progression. So yeah, overall, we'll give this episode a 9 out of 10.